Hi everyone, welcome back to English Lab. I'm Leo, your host.
Today we're talking about something exciting: travel and culture. Exploring new places, meeting new people, trying different foods, learning about different traditions. Travel changes us, right? To talk about this with me, I have Anastasiia back. She's traveled to many countries and has amazing stories about culture, language, and what she's learned from traveling. This is the 4th episode of our B1 podcast series. And it's special because we're going to use a bit more advanced vocabulary. So push yourself, listen carefully, and learn. And remember, there's a free study guide PDF in the video description with all the vocabulary, phrases, and exercises about travel and culture. Are you ready? Let's go on this journey together. Okay, Anastasiia, so you've traveled to many countries, right? Which country has influenced you the most?
That's a hard question. I would say India. I spent 3 months there and it was transformative. Everything was so different. The culture, the food, the way people interact with each other.
Transformative? What do you mean?
Well, it changed how I see the world. In India, I learned that there are different ways to do everything. Different ways to eat, to communicate, to celebrate, to show respect. And once you understand that, you can't go back to thinking your way is the only way.
That sounds profound. What was the most surprising thing?
The chaos. Honestly, the traffic, the noise, the crowded streets. It was overwhelming at first. But then I realized that what looked like chaos to me was actually organized. People knew how to navigate it. And I had to let go of my need to control everything and just flow with it.
You had to adapt.
Exactly. And that's what travel does. It forces you to adapt, to be flexible, to accept that you don't have all the answers.
Have you picked up any languages while traveling?
Yes, I speak a few languages. English, of course. Russian, that's my mother tongue. Spanish, which I learned in Latin America. And I'm learning Portuguese now because I fell in love with Brazil.
Wait, you fell in love with a country?
Yes. Is that weird? I went to Brazil for 2 weeks and I wanted to stay forever. The music, the people, the energy, the beaches, everything about it resonated with me.
So you might go back?
I definitely will. I'm actually planning a trip next year. I want to spend more time there, maybe learn Portuguese better, experience more of the culture.
That's beautiful. Do you think traveling has changed your perspective on life?
Absolutely. I used to think that my culture, my way of doing things, was the normal way. But now I realize that there is no normal. Every culture has its own logic, its own beauty. And if you're willing to understand it, you learn so much.
What about food? That's a big part of culture, right?
Oh, food is everything. Traveling is partly about eating. When I go to a new country, I eat everything. I try street food. I eat at local restaurants. I ask people about their traditional dishes.
Are you adventurous with food?
I am now. I wasn't before. I was kind of picky. But I realized that refusing to try new food means you're refusing to understand the culture. So now I'm open to everything.
Even insects?
I've tried grasshoppers and crickets in Mexico. They're actually good. Crispy, good protein.
Okay, that's more adventurous than me. What about cultural differences? Have you encountered situations where you didn't understand the culture?
Many times. For example, in some cultures, it's polite to refuse something 3 times before accepting it. So if someone offers you food, you say, no, 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 and then yes. And if you don't know that, you think they're being rude, but actually they're being polite.
That's interesting. How do you learn about these things?
By paying attention and asking questions. I always ask locals about their customs and traditions. Most people are happy to explain. They like that you're interested and respectful.
Have you had any negative experiences while traveling?
Of course, I've been scammed. I've gotten lost. I've had my bag stolen. But I don't regret any of it because even the bad experiences taught me something.
Like what?
Like how to be more careful, but also how to trust people, how to handle difficult situations, and how resilient I am. Travel teaches you that you're stronger than you think.
Let's pause here. Anastasiia is talking about something really important: how travel and culture shape who we are and how we see the world. If you're enjoying this conversation and you want to improve your English through travel and culture discussions, there's a free study guide PDF in the video description. This guide includes vocabulary about travel, phrases for talking about cultural experiences, comprehension questions, and writing activities. Download it now and practice everything we're discussing. And if you want more conversations like this, real, meaningful, full of stories and insights, subscribe to English Lab. We're building a community of English learners who want to go beyond just learning grammar. We want to learn culture, to hear real stories, to understand the world better. Now, let's go back to Anastasiia and hear what else she has to say about travel, culture, and what it means to truly understand the world. So if someone has never traveled before, what would you recommend they do?
Start small. You don't have to go to India or travel for 3 months. Maybe visit a neighboring country for a weekend. Or if you can't travel far, explore your own city like a tourist. Visit museums, eat at restaurants from different cultures, talk to people.
Explore your own city?
Yes, I think many people live in a place without really knowing it. They go to work, go home, repeat. But if you approach your own city with the mindset of a traveler, with curiosity and openness, you discover so much.
That's actually brilliant. What about people who are afraid to travel alone?
I was afraid too, at first. The first time I traveled alone, I was terrified, but I did it anyway, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Why was it so important?
Because traveling alone teaches you independence. You have to make decisions, solve problems, navigate a new place by yourself, and you realize that you can do it. That builds confidence. Plus, when you travel alone, you're more open to meeting people, to having unexpected experiences.
So, solo travel is recommended?
Absolutely. I think every person should travel alone at least once. It's life-changing. You come back as a different person, more confident, more adaptable, more understanding of the world.
What about the language barrier? If you go to a place where you don't speak the language, isn't that frustrating?
It can be, yes. But it's also liberating in a way. When you don't have language, you communicate through gestures, through smiles, through pictures. And sometimes that's more genuine than words.
That's poetic.
I know. But it's true. I've had the most meaningful conversations with people I didn't share a language with. We understood each other without words.
How do you think travel affects your English learning?
Enormously. When you travel, you're exposed to different accents, different ways of speaking English. You meet English speakers from different countries, and they teach you real English, not textbook English. Plus, you're motivated to learn because you need to communicate.
So travel and language learning go hand in hand?
Completely. If you want to improve your English, travel is one of the best ways. Because you're using it for real communication, for real situations, not just for exercises.
Do you have any tips for people who want to travel but don't have much money?
Yes, travel doesn't have to be expensive. You can stay in hostels, take buses instead of planes, eat street food, use couch surfing or cultural exchange programs. The key is to be creative and flexible.
So it's more about the mindset than the money?
Exactly. Some of my best travel experiences were when I had the least money, because I had to be resourceful, I had to rely on local people, I had to really immerse myself in the culture.
That's really inspiring. One last question. If you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be?
I think Brazil. I keep coming back to Brazil. I want to live there long enough to really understand it, to speak Portuguese fluently, to be part of a community. I want to go beyond being a tourist and actually belong somewhere.
That sounds amazing. I hope you get to do that.
Me too. And I think that's what travel is really about. Finding where you belong, discovering parts of yourself in different places, connecting with the world and with other people.
Beautiful. Thanks so much for sharing all these stories with us, Anastasiia.
Thank you for the conversation. This was lovely.
And that's the end of our fourth and final B1 podcast episode. We talked about travel and culture, how traveling changes us, how it teaches us about different ways of living, and how it builds confidence and resilience. One thing Anastasiia said that I love: travel is not about the destination. It's about the transformation. Every place you visit, every person you meet, every experience you have, it becomes part of who you are. If you want to practice the vocabulary and phrases from this conversation, and this episode has more advanced vocabulary than the previous ones, there's a free study guide PDF in the description. Download it and do all the exercises. Subscribe to English Lab if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and comment below. Where have you traveled? What was your most meaningful travel experience? Or, if you haven't traveled yet, where would you like to go? We'd love to hear your travel stories and dreams. Share this podcast with someone who wants to travel or who is learning English. They'll love hearing Anastasia's stories. Thanks for joining us on this journey through all 4 B1 episodes. You've learned so much English. Now, get ready. Next week, we're starting with more podcast series, and it's going to be even more interesting and advanced. Take care, and I'll see you in the next English Lab podcast.